I've always thought, well, art was going to be part of my life, or be the total thing that I would do all throughout life. But if really today, if I were to go back to way back to when I first started school, I probably would have gone into a trade.
College at Western Illinois University, Macomb, Illinois. I started college on a 2+2 program through Blackhawk Community College in Illinois Quad Cities. 2 years community college, and then 2 years Western Illinois University. Started down there in 1992 through graduated in 1994 at Western Illinois University. That's where I did my final 2 years in my major that I entered into in those last 2 years there that I predominantly worked on in my first 2 years at community college was primarily fine art. I continued with that idea in the fine art departments in all the classes I took in relation to getting a degree in fine art and possibly an internship once I finished my undergrad. And the internship was actually for, and I talked to my instructor advisor at the time when I was going to school down there that, you know, an anticipated internship would get me in the direction of being able to teach on a university level. And then, long story short, that subject or that area would lead to my senior year, my final year at Western Illinois University. They did, in fact, drop the internship program in art. That was the end of it. So I was left in kind of a dilemma. Where am I going to go from here? Because I've devoted 4 years to college in an fine art degree, in anticipation of the last 2 years going to Western Illinois University under the advice of a very close friend and instructor on an internship, and now I have nothing. So where do I go from here? So I kind of went into an independent study and figured, well, if I could isolate myself in one of these areas and being very artistic in the three-dimensional areas and excuse me, in ceramics, bronze sculpting, and mainly in sculpting and both bronze and clay, and then plus wheel throwing. And I figured if I'd gotten one of those areas and worked real hard in one of those places that I'd be able to market myself when I got done with college, to be able to be, you know, have my own business like I had known people to do so previously in the past. Some of the discouraging things that I went going through college, and I think this happens probably primarily with most people that go in for an art degree. They've already got that inner ability, you know, or have that inner, you know, ability with art in one form or another, whether, you know, whatever program they're going into. And it's pretty much something that comes from within, and I found that out when I was in college. If you don't have it within you to be an artist, you're not going to be one anyhow. And so going to college doesn't make you any more a Ford car than, you know, if you drive a Ford car, it doesn't make you a Ford car. Going to college, art college, does not make you become an artist. Or it doesn't, you know, there's a lot of things that what I'm talking about is the fine arts area, acting, music, you know, two-dimensional, three-dimensional art. I'm talking about the abilities that a person has that they're born with. You know, that this is inside you. It's not something that's taught to you. It's something you see a child sit down and start playing a piano just because he, you know, playing by ear is the old terminology. You see somebody playing by ear on a piano when they're 5 years old, or the child prodigy or whatever, and one of the art forms. And when I talk about art, I'm separating that from the trades of being a doctor, a lawyer, dentist, going into all of those phases. But when I talk to art, I'm specifically relating to the an inner thing. I finished college, got my degree, and I have been out of school since 1994. And my degree, just having a bachelor's degree, is the same as with my wife. She had a bachelor's degree also in another area in criminal science, and neither one of us have worked any job ever relating to anything that we went to school for. But we've been overqualified in many positions that we've applied for, and I found that my degree has caused problems in getting a job sometimes, because you're overqualified. After I finished my bachelor's degree, I took a year of master's work and just a generalized studies, and I don't even bring that up on my resume and stuff because it seems to bother prospective employers. I talk about this to people all the time, younger people who are in school. If I had to do things differently, I would still do my art, but I would pick something that would be marketable as far as an education. A lot of people now, or did when I was in college, they went through computers, computer art, graphic art. I should have maybe leaned towards more something that was going to be part of the future instead of just old school, two-dimensional, three-dimensional art, but actually get more into the computerized world we're in now. If I were talking to anybody that had an artistic ability of any kind, musical, fine arts of any type, whether it be line drawing, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, and it was something that they had been doing for years before they go into college, that I advise them to rethink what they're really doing here, because this is something that's yours. It's something that belongs to you. And I've told people that part of you belongs to you. No one can take that away from you. That is yours. That is always yours. And if you take that thing from within you and try to market it, going to school and making it out in the world, you're putting yourself in an area that, as an artist, I believe it's not going to work.